Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Well, we've seen temperatures moderate over the last several days here across the Canadian Prairie, and the good news is we're going to continue to see that moderation as we head into the end of the week, and a potential cool down that we're watching for late week into this coming weekend has begun to seen some warmer air push back against that. So the temperature trends are decent across the Prairie here, and we're going to continue to see relatively dry weather across the Prairie as well for the next week. Got the chance for some scattered precipitation as we get toward the back half of the week here, Thursday, Friday into Saturday, and we'll take a look at what that means across the Prairie in just a moment. So we look at temperatures right now, we've got a frontal boundary kind of draped right across this area where we've got temperatures above freezing beginning to warm up across the west, and in the east we're still holding on to some of those cooler temperatures. And as we look at the jet stream, or the satellite, you can see the jet stream flow here. It's kind of fascinating to watch the satellite picture here, knowing we've been talking about this ridge here across Alaska, across the Gulf of Alaska, watching the flow come up and over the top of that ridge, down across the Prairie here where we've got an area of low pressure now pushing over into Ontario. So the flow of the jet stream, very apparent here as we look at the satellite picture, and then as we look at the radar, we can see, again, that frontal boundary kind of just hanging out here where we've got some light snow showers from southeastern Saskatchewan into southern portions of Manitoba, some snow and some rain showers possible falling in that area as we go through the morning hours today. Again, here's the frontal boundary just kind of draped across this region. We'll watch the light showers making their way out of here as we head through the day today, those light rain, light snow flurries. Here's a look at the high-resolution Canadian model, taking it into Monday afternoon now. Now we're heading into the overnight, getting into Tuesday morning, and now we've still got this boundary kind of draped right in this area. We've got another little weak area of low pressure traveling along this temperature gradient. So again, as we head into the morning hours on Tuesday, into midday Tuesday, maybe the chance for some light snow flurries across southern portions of Manitoba, even over toward the Winnipeg area, maybe some light flurries as we head through the day tomorrow. Elsewhere, looking for this snow to be north of Highway 16 across Alberta into Saskatchewan. If you're in the Prairie here, looking for any flurries, you're going to be all the way over into the east across portions of Manitoba. We'll take it into Tuesday night, getting all the way into early Wednesday morning now. This would be midnight on Wednesday. And this is when, we'll continue to keep relatively quiet conditions across the Prairie. Maybe some light showers along that frontal boundary as we get into the overnight, but nothing in the way of significant precipitation. Now, looping the temperature forecast, you can see the boundary. You can just see it kind of draped right in this area where across Alberta and southern Saskatchewan, we're getting our afternoon temperatures warming into 10 to 15 degrees, whereas as you look over toward southern portions of Manitoba, much slower to warm up in that area as we head through the early part of the week, and that's because of this exact alignment here, this ridge in the west. We've got the trough in the east. Jet stream doing something like that. That's going to allow the warm up here across the west, but keep things a bit on the cooler side as you head off to the east. Now, as we take the drawings off and look at where we're headed as we head through the next 5 to 7 days, we're going to see that ridge begin to kind of flatten out. It's moving off to the east a little bit, flattening out as we head into, this would be the next couple of days, getting into Wednesday now. This is when the medium range models wanted to take this trough off toward the north and kind of anchor it again across the Prairie, and that's why we saw the forecast dropping those temperatures back in as we got dropping them back down as we got into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When I last talked to you on Friday morning, I kind of hinted at the potential for a cool down as we got toward the end of this week, but as we look at what's going to happen now, or some of the changes we saw over the weekend, this trough does still kind of try to slip south a little bit, but instead of anchoring across the Prairie, we're going to see this ridge across the Pacific begin to push in and kind of push this trough back northward, or at least keep it in the north. So instead of seeing a trough anchor across the region next weekend, we're seeing a ridge move into the Prairie, and so that's going to do the exact opposite here and allow some warmer temperatures to remain across the Prairie, if not see a slight warm-up as we head into the end of the week. Is we can look at the temperatures then and kind of watch that trend as we bring it back to today. Here's our dividing line here with the warmer temperatures in the west, the cooler temperatures off to the east. We'll watch this begin to moderate as we head into the middle part of the week. As the jet stream kind of flattens out, we see that ridge and the trough kind of neutralizing each other. So we're very near average as we head toward the end of the week. But then as we get into the weekend, into early next week, we start to see that ridge sliding into the Prairie. And that could bring another round of warmer temperatures over the back half of or over the weekend into early next week. The precipitation forecast, that's going to stay on the drier side, especially across western portions of the Prairie as we head through the early to mid part of the week. Again, watching this frontal boundary just kind of stalled in this area, keeping precipitation along and north of it as we head into the middle part of the week. We're getting into Wednesday now, Thursday, Friday. This is when we're going to start to open up the possibility of scattered showers across the prairie as the jet stream flattens out across the region. We'll start bringing in some Pacific moisture across the region, but not looking for any real well-defined, really amplified storm systems to make their way in. So again, flatter flow, allowing the possibility for some of these short waves, little ripples within the flow, to traverse across the prairie while bringing in some Pacific moisture. Again, as we get into late Wednesday, into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when we're going to see the chance for at least some scattered precipitation across the prairie. So let's look once again at the chances here for precipitation. We'll look at the precipitation type loop as we head through the end of the week. Again, as we head through the next 60 hours, precipitation along and north of Highway 16 until you get over to Manitoba. This is where we could see some of those light snow showers, maybe some light rain showers as we head through the next 48 to 60 hours. And then as we get into Wednesday, late in the day, and then into Thursday, with just a couple little short waves traveling through the flow. Here's a little weak system making its way through the north. We've got another area of low pressure that moves from west to east across the prairie as we get into the Friday time frame, but this is really disorganized. We're talking about the potential kind of daily here, late Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into Saturday for the chance for some showers, but many folks gonna remain dry for maybe 3 out of those 4 days. As we go ahead and take a look at the total precipitation forecast through the week, so all the way through April 26th, the European model on the left, the American GFS model on the right. Again, you see the smattering of precipitation across the prairie, where we're talking about a trace to maybe 5 to 10, maybe in high spots 15 millimeters of precipitation. As we look at the GFS, the difference you see pointed out right there is across central Saskatchewan, where we're talking about the European showing a trace, the GFS a little more gung-ho with maybe some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms across the region, seeing some of the peaks there around 20 to 25 millimeters, maybe close to 30 millimeters of precipitation, but that's the high spot. And again, this is a difference here as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we'll have time to analyze some of the specifics as we get into the later part of the week with some of these rain chances. My big message here is as we head through the next couple of days, precipitation primarily north and east of the prairie until you get into Manitoba. We could see some light showers in that area as we head through the day today into tomorrow. And then as we get into late Wednesday, into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, that's when we'll see the chance for just scattered spotty showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms across the prairie. Your temperatures, again, the big difference, not talking about a cool down as we get into the end of the week anymore. We're keeping those temperatures near or just above average in Calgary. Highs 14 to 18 degrees over the next 5 to 7 days. Similar look here in Edmonton. As we shifted over looking at Regina, again, one more cool day today. A high of 9 will be up to 20 for the high tomorrow. Keeping things above average then through the end of the week, or at least near average. Saskatoon, again, you get that warm up tomorrow as the front slowly shifts through the region. And then Winnipeg, again, you're on the cool side of the boundary today and tomorrow, a high temperature of only 4 degrees expected. But as the boundary shifts into the region, that ridge flattens out, warming back up to highs in the double digits by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday morning.